Hi, everybody, and welcome back. If you are new here, my name is Heather, and I am currently on a mission or a journey to lose 100 pounds again. Could I really lose weight without extreme diets, grueling workouts? After 4 weeks of consistent steps and mindful eating, today's the day we find out. So, my approach has been pretty darn simple. No extreme diets, no cutting out entire food groups, just walking 10,000 steps daily and eating a 500 calorie deficit. It was an average. Some days a little more, some days a little less. But the goal was to keep this sustainable and realistic, so that's what it was. I tracked my steps fairly religiously, and I'll be honest, some days was harder than others, but I made it happen every single day for 4 weeks. It's much easier now than it was. Let's just be very real about that. When I first started this, one lap around the track and I'd be breathless. At this point, I can do 2 or 3 without losing my breath. However, I'm not going to show you 20 minutes of me walking around a track because that's going to be boring for everybody. Here's what I loved about my approach. I ate everything in moderation. Pizza, I had it. Ice cream, yep. We celebrated my husband's birthday this month, and I enjoyed fried food and takeout without guilt or shame. The key was listening to my body. I ate when I was hungry. I stopped when I was full. No food was off limit, but I still stayed mindful of my portion and my overall calorie goals. If you've been following along, you'll know that I did try the 5 a.m. experiment. I thought getting up super early would help me get my steps in and start my day strong. And I don't think this is sustainable. It's ripped out the joy out of my life. Totally messed with my sleep. I felt groggy. I was unmotivated all day. And it actually made me less consistent and productive overall. Despite that minor hiccup, I stuck to my main plan. And that brings us to the moment you have all been waiting for. 4 weeks ago, I weighed in at 243.9 pounds. And today I am now weighing in at 232.4 pounds. All right, let me show you the before and after photos. I can definitely see a difference, especially in my face and how my clothes are fitting. One of my proudest moments, because it only took 4 weeks to fit back into my jeans that I have not fit into since before Christmas. They are still definitely tight, and if I sneeze, I might blow the button off and kill somebody, but hey, I still did it. And I'm still proud of myself. The biggest lesson this month was just consistency beats perfection every single time. And we don't need to shame ourselves because we didn't eat the quote-unquote healthy or picture-perfect day. I didn't have perfect days. I didn't stick to some rigid meal plan. I definitely didn't wake up at 5 a.m. like I'd planned. I'm still getting flashbacks. But I still showed up. I hit my steps every day. I stayed in my calorie goals for the most part. I ate more when I was hungry and less when I wasn't. And I enjoyed my husband's birthday guilt-free. There was no spiral, no restriction. I just picked up where I left off the day after. That is actually my biggest victory this month. It was keeping food neutral. So what's next? I'm going to keep doing exactly what I'm doing because it's working. It feels sustainable. I have a lot more energy and I'm not miserable. And the scale's going down. All three absolutely wonderful things. I'm going to continue with those 10,000 steps. And I'm going to continue my average 500 calorie deficit for another month. I am planning on adding a few things. Yoga and more protein and fiber. I want to start incorporating some gentle yoga sessions to help with the flexibility and just add another element of self-care to my routine. Because my kids are going to be home for the next 2 months with me. Summer vacation. Yep, I've got one day left. And actually, by the time you watch this, I have no days left. And for the protein and fiber, I'm just going to add in protein and fiber-rich foods and make a few smart swaps aiming for slow, sustainable increase over the month to help me feel fuller longer. And honestly, if you're planning on adding fiber and protein, please do so slowly or do so with a lot of water. Yes, I speak from experience. You will regret it. I might experiment with a few other things too, but honestly, I don't want to change too much too fast. And I've already learned that lesson from the 5 a.m. approach. So this approach is working for me. And I'm actually enjoying the process. It doesn't feel hard. It doesn't feel like a chore. Yes, it's probably going to get harder in the long run, and I understand that. That is part of weight loss, but right now, I'm happy, I'm comfortable, and I don't feel like eating my arm off. All major victories. Let me know in the comments how your own journey is going, or what your biggest wins have been for the month. And if you found this helpful, and yes, I'm going to be a cringy douche for half a second, don't forget to subscribe, because this helps me and it helps bring me more content to you. I'll see you all next week. Thank you for following along on this absolutely wonderful journey.